No, we've been doing shows for 6 years now, and one major problem for all the fighters is that, well, amateur fighters don't get paid, and the pro fighters, once they pay for their training, supplements, and by the time the fight comes around and the fight's done, most of them basically call me up and they go, "Well, I lost money this fight after all my expenses. I didn't even break even." And I'm sure all the promoters are aware of this, and there's a big problem in the sport. Unless you're fighting in the UFC or maybe ONE FC, you have a it's a tough grind to make it to a big show, and you're losing money getting there. And if you're fighting for fun as an amateur, well, it sucks to lose money doing it. A lot of people argue that, well, when you're playing amateur soccer or football or basketball world or even college ball, you're not getting paid. So why should you make anything playing amateur or fighting amateur MMA? Well, in my opinion, the difference is you're not getting punched in the head playing soccer or tennis or even football. I mean, this is a total different ball game. So what a lot of the promoters do right now to help supplement the fighter income a little bit, and mostly to help themselves basically sell tickets, is the revenue sharing model on tickets, where they offer a percentage of the ticket sales to the fighters, which is most promotions offer 5 to 10%. We offer 10 to 20%. Now, that helps both sides. It's a revenue sharing model. What Another problem besides the income of the fighters is for the top tier guys, for the handful of guys each year that we get that might make the UFC. The issue is the game has totally changed in the last couple of years. It's not like 2 years ago where we could just pick up the phone and say, "Hey, look, this guy is 6-0 now. Keep an eye on this fight coming up. It's if he wins this fight, he should make the UFC." Just Google, see how many 10-0, 11-0 guys there is out there, 15-0 fighters that are not in the UFC. Because nowadays it's not enough just to win your fights. You better have some sort of social media presence with following, or you're gonna have a tough time getting into a big show. So a lot of the fighters, even if you're a really good fighter, you need to learn how to market yourself or hire somebody to market you if you want to make the big show. So what we are offering the fighters now, starting the next event on April 29th, is we are offering the fighters 100% of the pay-per-view revenue that they generate through the order for the orders through them. So it's not a revenue sharing model. There's no 50-50 split. It's 100% to the fighter. So quick example to make this easy for people to understand is, say, Mario Pereira, when he fought Jeremy Kennedy, 24 orders he had. I think they were about $10 each. We would, if we had this model back then, we would have given Mario an additional check for $240 on top of his fight purse. Arjun Buller, for example, averages, when we have pay-per-view, like I think 16 to 20 orders, he would get a check for $160 to $200 on top of his purse. Amateur fighters that make nothing would get, say, even if he's got only 3 orders, if the pay-per-view is like $12, he'll get a check for $36. And this is not like one of those things, because a lot of the fighters come to me after a fight, they're like, "Well, I had a sponsor, I held my end of the bargain, I did everything they said, but they stiffed me, they didn't pay me." Well, you don't have to worry about that, because this is a check from us. So after the event, about a week after, when the pay-per-view company usually sells up with us, you get a check from us to your name. So you're getting paid for sure. So now you market yourself for yourself, because you're getting 100% of the revenue. This way you learn to market yourself, and gradually you build your online following. And even if you're a it's your first amateur fight and you're only going to get one or two people to order now, by the time you get to your third or fourth fight, this could be additional $150 to $400 a show for you. I think, I think we're the only promotion that's offering 100% revenue to the fighter on the pay per view. And we've had offers from, I don't know, WSOF Global, all these other companies, like good fair offers for us to pick up our footage and basically do a split on the revenue with them for our live events. But we feel this is a better fit. It gives the opportunity for our fighters to market themselves for themselves to get 100% of the revenue. If we partnered up with another company, then we wouldn't be able to offer the fighter anything. So in the long run, this is a better fit. Full details of how you get to, we're going to track your orders via the email address of the person who puts the order in. So a fighter just lets us know the email address of the order, and then we would credit you for that order. We will go through the protocol and the process with every fighter in this upcoming week for this event, and we're going to offer this for BFL 48 and BFL 49. For the BFL 50 show, that's one show that we might not be able to offer the pay-per-view just because of the logistics of the venue and their fiber optics. But we plan to keep this offer for every single show we do in a place where there's a fiber optics and internet that we could offer the pay-per-view. I guess that's everything we wanted to kind of go over regarding the 100% revenue to our fighters. And any questions, just email us and we will go over it with you.